Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Real quick, I want to bring you a video on ANF. I want to show you what it did, what I posted on the group and Discord and all of that kind of stuff. And again, this is key, as I mentioned before. Preparation and timing is very, very, very important. Now, during the market open today, Jerome Powell, the Fed chairman, spoke, and he made all of the stocks skyrocket. Well, not all of them, but a lot of stocks skyrocketed with the market this morning. Now, tapping this area here, and something that really bothered me a lot today was me missing the entry on SPWR. Since what I mentioned yesterday was setting up for today, and I posted that on different places, on Discord, on Instagram, on Twitter, and different spots, and I missed it. And I did go back to recheck something that was a key thing, and unfortunately it didn't work out well for me because I couldn't take advantage of it. But before all of that, let's just talk about ANF. This thing was actually ramping up, and you can see right out of the gates we had a daily level, very important, 12.99. First time around it went to 13.22 intraday, but the first time that it came up right out of the gates, you can see here the high of 12.98 on these candles. We're gonna scroll the pointer to that spot so I can show it to you with a little bit more clear. So it went to a high here, 12.98, and pulled back. See, found the floor around the low of 12.26 right here, the prior 5-minute candle right here. It dipped for a second right here. You can put a trend line if you want to. You can see it right there, ramped up, and I posted a possible reversal on ANF because the first time it actually did reject the area. It rejected this area here, one, and then the second time it broke, but it just tested the area, came down. Now it's coming for the third time. 1, 2, down, 3, right? Started to hover in this area. I went out. It was close to midday, 11:30, 11:40, something around there. Well, it was actually hovering around the area. Just let it go. I figured go out for a walk in the park. And as you see here, that's what I did. So this thing started to hover there around the daily level, and he held. But if you see here how he tested at 13.10 many times as an area of resistance, 13.12, 13.10, 11, then he pulled from that area there. Look at how it actually dipped. Very unfortunate I was not around to take advantage of this dip in this area, because look at how it did. You can see the 1 minute time frame here, taking a dump on this thing, coming under the 12.99. Now you've seen a dip here before, 12.77. What I try to do is, when I see that stock starts to hit a level several times, I expect that at some point it will not hold. That's the same way that it happened yesterday on JetBlue on the 15-minute wedge pattern, when he started to give us the first 4 counts of 15-minute with higher lows but keeping the same high, and then one time it just broke the trend line for that high when it was actually creating the lower highs, rejected a spot and came down right away, just flushing. You can see here as this thing hovers around a daily level, we've seen, and I've seen many times, that this thing hovers around daily areas. Stocks hover around daily areas and they just flush down. Very unfortunate I was not around to take advantage of this situation. You can see a dip here. It bounced off to test the 50 simple moving average in the 5 minutes, 12:59, with a high of 12:58 on that 5-minute candle. You can see it right here. Then come down, and it's very unfortunate that I was not around, because over here with a small flag consolidation with a low here at 12:44, 45 and 44, it just flushed, followed through. And that's the kind of stuff that we look for. For example, when this thing hovers around here, this is a pattern that it's clear. I've seen it happen many times. I wanted to show you how preparation is key. Timing also. My timing was not great, so I was waiting for it, but I wasn't then around to take advantage of the situation. As you can see here during this consolidation, so I'm telling you, you can see the time here: 11:15, 11:30, 11:45, and finally started to break under the time here. Says 11:47. 11:47 is very close to midday. I usually don't trade during the midday. Sometimes you see great opportunities. Other times it doesn't happen. But again, timing is very important. Another thing I want to bring in is SPWR. What I was talking about at the beginning of the video. Let me just show it to you now. Because again, timing and preparation is key, but you gotta be around in order for you to take advantage of the opportunities that might jump in your face, almost slap you. You're gonna feel like you. So what happened to me today? I got really pissed, and it's like I almost wanted to bite my chair when I noticed what I just missed. But let me show it to you here. When it comes to SPWR, I posted this thing yesterday. We had a gravestone doji. By the time I took the picture here, that I sent it over to Discord and also Twitter and Instagram. What happened here was something crazy, because during the pre-market hours, when I came here, I saw this stuff, shooting star formation of daily. But when I came to my computer today, the first candle I printed, look at how we did. We went to low at $9, $9. And I was like going crazy, because I was like, oh my God, I missed my entry. Now, this thing, as you now see here, low by 20%. Now, if you see from the top here to $9, I'm gonna give you here, dropped by 34%, almost 35% drop overnight. When I saw that, I said, well, they're gonna hit it with it. Short sale restriction. It's gonna be a little bit more tricky, and let's see what happens. When I see this, during the pre-market hours, there was no short sale restriction. As you can now see here, there is no. It actually is in the short list, so there is no short sale restriction still here, right? So I saw this in the pre-market hours, and I figured, they're probably gonna hit it with the short sale restriction. And a good thing that I didn't actually place the position during the pre-market hours, because if I did, look at what happened right here. It's ramped up, right to a daily level. Here, like I got a trend line here. Can't really remember why I had this trend line. Now this must be a reason. I can't really remember why I had a trend line here now, but okay, yeah, I remember now. Looking at the low of this candle, 1202. So I had a 1201, 1202 area, $12 whole area of support. And so you see it ramp up, came up, test this stuff, and you can see how it had this formation here. Okay, again, I see this because I have it in a window dedicated for this one. I got BSLR there, SPWR, DPHC, and many others, including ANF and a bunch of other names that I was watching for today, because again, I try to prepare for my day. When this thing came through, I didn't even look at it because I was busy looking at JetBlue, ANF, Dropbox that was actually setting up very nicely, and OSUR that dipped like crazy. I posted this stuff the other day that I was having on watch. It's a 1528 consolidation with a gap all the way to $20, so a $5 gap, and I'm watching this stuff and I see a dip today over the 50-day moving average volume, over the 50-day average volume, right? So it's dipping down like crazy. I see all of this stuff, and I'm like, I figured it was gonna have a short sale restriction because they already dipped like more than 20%. I'm not gonna find any shares to short, so I didn't bother looking at the formation. And it is amazing when this thing started to drop in the 5-minute time frame candles right here. You can see it drop to 1050, rejecting the 1201 here. By the time I came to realize that there was no short sale restriction, and the one opportunity that I was waiting for since yesterday, I actually missed. I was actually really pissed, extremely pissed, because I missed it. I missed it, and I was waiting for it since yesterday. I couldn't. I wanted to bite my share. Let me bring you an example of how the same formation here in the 1-minute time frame worked yesterday on JetBlue. We're gonna go back into yesterday here at the open, and we're going to scroll the pointer back here to show you. Well, I'm missing some data here because of the pre-market hour data is no longer available, but we're gonna scroll the pointer regardless to show you something happened here that it moved. But what I wanted to show you was this formation like that. Okay, so it's pretty much the same formation we had. Again, the pre-market data is no longer available, so this is the reason why you see it moved a little bit. But during yesterday pre-market hours, the same thing was happening on JetBlue. You can see here's this formation here, right, as we had just now in SPWR with higher lows, and it just a resistance area that 1134, 1133, 1133, and 1133. You can see it here dipping. And one thing that I wanted to do yesterday, for example, let me just bring it over so I can show you, is to give you an idea of what to do when you see this type of formations. When you see it reject an area many times over, one thing that you can do, take it back a little bit, as you see it on a range, right, and you see it one area rejecting many times, what you can do is try to get in short or long if you see it that is actually holding that support area, and it's testing, you can get low on trying to get as close as you can on the low that is actually getting the support to mitigate your risk. Because then when you mitigate that risk, if that area of support fails, you can get out and mitigate the space or spreading between your order and the low point where it's actually taking that support. And at the same time here, you see it bouncing many times, but rejecting this area with this high 1134 as many times as 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. When you see it getting close, you can get short, trying to get close to the top as it comes down to mitigate your risk. So if it doesn't hold the 11, for example, 1134, 1135 area, you know that it might not work. So if you get close to that 1134 area and it doesn't hold that support or that resistance, let's just say, and it breaks that spot, you can get out and you mitigate the amount of, for example, cents that you might be risking on a trade, because you might be risking 2, 3, 4 cents close to that top or the bottom. And if the bottom fails or the top fails, you know, you just get out. And if you have 300, 400, 500 shares, 1,000 shares, you're gonna get really close to that spot and you can mitigate your risk. I apologize anyway for the background noise. My kids want to come in and play and do stuff. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to bring you something actionable that you can do in order for you to be profitable, consistent, and mitigate your risk. I also wanted to just invite you over the trading group and tell you that over the next couple of days, I'm putting something together. It's going to be really affordable, but I'm going to be going deep into classes in the afternoons and a trading course so you can take advantage of it. If you're interested, let me know, because I'm going to be rolling it out on September the 6th, after the 6th. And I know that it's going to be really something that really is going to help you. Really is going to help you. So if you're interested, please don't hesitate putting that stuff out to really help you guys out. For now, I'm going to let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your day, and happy trading to you all, guys. Thank you.